all the way from China. Just when you...
There we are. We're back again this time with not back again with Aisleain McGill. No, back here with a new element in the program, and we're looking at the next interview. We're looking at a culture night in Newry.
Indeed, we are, Owen.
You're very welcome. I'm just realising you're wearing green. Is that a problem for us? We're okay on that because the electronic set and all of that.
Exactly. It used
sometimes
to be,
it's a
couldn't
problem.
wear blue. It used to be blue screen.
No, that has changed, of course. You're with the council. You're the arts officer there, doing wonderful things. Things are moving along nicely. We've come at this time of the year to a culture night.
That's right.
Tell me, what is a culture night and why should I be excited?
Well, Culture Night is a Europe-wide initiative, Rowan. It started off in Europe. It's really only come to these islands over the past sort of 5 or 6 years. Very big in Dublin, very big in Belfast. Last year, the council dipped its toe in the water, if you like, for its first Culture Night, and it was fairly successful given the low-key nature of it. It's not as big as these other cities, but you have to start somewhere.
Surely. Remind me of the elements in last year's event.
Well, last year it was fantastic. The performance space in Market Square was used. We had dancers, we had singers, we had choirs, we had harpists, we had children's entertainment, flash mobs. Jared Loughlin,
What's a flash mob?
Flash mob is where a group of people sort of populate a performance space without necessarily the audience knowing that they're there. So you could be watching a guitarist on the stage, and then there'll be a lull, and then the flash mob comes in, does a very quick performance of dance or music or something, and then they just sort of scatter.
Isn't it a funny thing? It's I mean this in the nicest possible way. Once upon a time, one would not have associated something like this for Newry, but maybe something like Derry or somewhere, Armagh. But Newry, it's now into this kind of thing and doing so magnificently.
Well, I don't need to tell you, Rowan, that there's always been a very, very strong community element in the arts here, with sort of indigenous companies like Newpoint and Bosco and Charlie. Incidentally, a big shout out to Charlie, who had his first night last night of Cupid, his show, and is on tonight again.
Hi, Charlie. Go well, break a leg as you always do. He has had so many broken legs, it's great.
I know, it's
in the proper sense of broken leg. And he's, he's just constant. He never...
Absolutely.
He's never low, and he always the time doing good things for young people too.
Keeping going, as they say. So in terms of Culture Night, because it's a very big event in the other sort of two nearest cities, they have established themselves very strongly, and it's, believe it or not, quite difficult to get acts for Culture Night in Newry, because a lot of local creative types do the Belfast one, But that leaves us with the sort of fabulous opportunity, really, to really showcase the best of Newry talent.
Well, there's some of the stuff that you've got there. You've Warren Point Cultus with harp ensemble, Sonna's harp ensemble, Newry Community Choir, the Ulster Scots dancing. You've got Irish dance, the Four Fun Troupe. You have street entertainment, Crafty Belfast is there. Pennies and Pearls. Yeah, that is resonances of the people, the pearly kings and queens of London, of course. An historic walk and ghost trail.
Yes, that's Martin Murta. Is 2 walks for Culture Night for us. I should also say as well that...
Who's Louis the Entertainer?
Louis the Entertainer is a children's entertainer who was there last year as well. He's a sort of part clown, part magician, and he's there to entertain the children along with art workshops, and Jumping Clay will be there. There's a lot going on.
I interrupted you, and you were about to say, I should say, I'm sorry, what did I pull you off?
Rowan, that was 4 minutes ago.
Oh, for goodness sake, we're moving on. It's the nature of this interviewing slot. We do that. So, the night that it's happening is Friday the 19th, that's tomorrow night.
That's tomorrow night.
Which is wonderful. And if one wants to...
9.
Yeah, so we're on the street at 5 and we stay until 9.
Or not, just come in as you please, bring your family, be part of it, talk to the artists. Last year, one of the most successful stalls was the blacksmiths, Jared Loughlin, who I'm sure you know from Ballinless Forge, who was there making beautiful ironwork just there in a forge, a pop-up forge. So, you know, there's something for everyone, and particularly families, I think, really enjoyed it last year.
Of course, there's nothing to stop folk having a meal out downtown.
Well, that's
go in,
the
and
hope.
then you drift out and take in the culture.
Well, in Belfast, for example, and I'm sorry to keep harping on about it, but, you know, it's the most sort of successful recent attempt at a culture night. The takings in Belfast City Centre on Culture Night are the best takings of the year for the local businesses.
Of course.
Up 50% on New Year's Eve, which would be commonly assumed to be the best night of the year for trading.
Yes.
And that's how it's caught on. So there is really an opportunity there for businesses to buy into it. And my Aunt Jane's have done that.
I'm just saying that, my fingers on
year.
it. My Aunt Jane's, it's literature and lattes.
Yeah.
What is that about?
Well, that's exactly what Culture Night is about. It's where local businesses come in under the umbrella of Culture Night and do something themselves, which ties in with the, let's face it, a very, very wide brief, you know, culture. It could be anything. So what Katrina Masters has done there is she has advertised her own little event. So you come along to her tea shop and you bring your poetry, you have a coffee, and that's it.
You just
very
chill
simple.
out there, you contribute, maybe if you want to read a poem or sing a song, you can do it.
So there's very
And
low
where is
cost.
Katrina's place? Where is that?
Down, just off,
it's the little tea shop before you get to Super Value.
Opposite
the Credit
Cahill,
Union.
yeah.
I know where that place is. Yeah, that's
So
good.
that's a very good example of how businesses can, at a very low cost to themselves, just integrate
of course.
into the whole idea
And be
of
part of
Culture
it.
Night and be part of it.
So the pulling of this together, as you say, folk gravitate towards Belfast, other cities, because it's all happening in the one night. How difficult and how time-wise, time is precious and you're constantly doing so many things. Is it difficult to get commitment from people to come?
It's not difficult to get commitment from people to come. The one good thing about the timing of it is that it's in the same night every year. It's on the 3rd September every year. So you always know when Culture Night is going to be, like Christmas.
3rd week of September.
So we do so many activities through the council and events and so on. What we do normally is we put out an expression of interest for local creative people's ideas, and then they tell us what they would like to do.
Lovely.
So, you know, it grows from there.
I think you're great, because I am of an age that remembers none of this occurring, but now it's all happening. Newry is bubbling. The good is coming to the surface.
Well, there is something happening. You can feel that in terms of the Jurgen Fla, last weekend.
There is a strength. Newry 2020.
Yes, exactly.
Moving forward.
Exactly. So
it's
hopefully
not
this will grow as well.
It's not so very long ago since you and I had a conversation, and we were bemoaning certain things, and I was lauding Armagh for being absolutely wonderful. We're up there with Armagh now, I would say.
Well, every small city, and let's face it, we are a small city, has its own unique take on arts and culture. And I think that what we have here is stronger than maybe some other areas who buy in their entertainment. Our entertainment is homegrown, it's indigenous,
Absolutely.
it's of the people. It really establishes arts and cultures from 3 years and up. You know, you just have to look at Charlie Smith's Panto.
Yes, of course.
Hundreds of children treading the boards for the first time, but not the last. You know, and that sort of
How long are you in
sustains.
post?
I'm with council 6 years.
Isn't it funny? The 6 years just it's a kind of coincidence. Things started to burgeon 6 years ago. You come to post and you start to make a difference.
I don't think I can take any
Well,
credit.
I think you must take some credit, and I would even suggest considerable credit. Aisleain McGill from Newry District Council. Your proper title, Arts Officer.
Well, I'm an assistant director with the council, but my brief is arts and culture, the museum, the languages. So it's a fairly wide scope of interest.
It's brilliant. And very close to the Balance family. Your husband is a Balance son of Tommy,
indeed.
which is great.
He is indeed.
We remembered Tommy Balance this morning very, very fondly. He's 9 years gone, you tell me.
That's right, 9
Where
years.
does time go? I just don't know the answer to that question at all.
Nobody does.
Flies by all the way. We're going to play you some music now.
Very
How would
good.
that be? Take care. Thanks for coming.
You too,
in.
Rowan.
Good luck. Go well.
Thanks.
And good luck tomorrow night in Culture Night in
Thank you.
Newry.